What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm here to bring you another vacuum that's in my collection. This time it is another Hoover Elite. As many people know by now, or for those of you who may be new to the channel, I love Hoover Elites. Said this once before and I'll say it again. And I always try to snatch one up whenever a good looking one comes across my path. But today I'm here to bring you something a little bit different. Here I present to you a Hoover Elite 350 model U4461-900. Now, quick disclaimer, this is not that actual model. This is actually a replica that I have built as an experiment of me trying to find the perfect outer bag combo for one of my Elite 350s, model U4463-9, that I'm trying to figure out which outer bag I thought I would like to permanently have on there. As many people probably know, that one actually came with the upgraded side zip bag that was actually pulled from an Elite 2. It did look nice on there, but I'm actually trying this combo, which has the upper base, actually from my Hoover Elite 300. Link to that vacuum in the description box. I could have made this as another FrankenHoover video. As anyone who knows that series know, that's just me reconstructing all kinds of Hoover Elites with various parts and just making my own custom-made Hoover Elites. But since I put this together with the same white outer bag that was used on the Elite 300 and the Elite 200, I also realized there was another legit Hoover Elite 350 model that had this style of outer bag. So I thought, why not throw it together for the sake of this video and post up the video as if it were a legit model. And it actually is. And there are not too many videos on the U4461 model that are out there on YouTube. I've seen a couple, but from another channel that likes to destroy vacuums. You know who you are, and you know you have a negative audience. But I thought I would throw this video up there to show you that model in all its homemade glory, more or less. So I thought I'd make this video as if it were a legit model. So I basically made a U4461 replica. So with that said, let's go ahead and give a walkthrough of the machine. Typical Hoover Elite fare. This is the lower end model that has the slide top bag. And to get access to the bag on these slide top models, you simply just remove the clip from that inner hook like so, and you could just slide it off to either side, and you can get access to your bag. This example is running a generic Hoover Type A HEPA bag, which is amazing, filters out much better than even the genuine paper bags do. And Type A's are much larger than Type Y's. Type Y's will fit in these, but they're not as big compared to the Type A's. So the Type A's can pack a whole lot more dirt into them than the Y's. So if any of you are out there who are looking for some HEPA Type A bags, do the extra research and find them. You will increase your filtration a lot better, and you'll still be able to pick up a whole lot more dirt than you would a Y. But if you are not willing to do that kind of research, the Y's will work just fine. So as we move along down here, this has your prominent Hoover Elite 350 lettering across the hood. Color matched carpet height adjustment. Being that this is the Elite 350 model, it is the lower end model, but it's the mid-range one, so yeah, it does come with a nice headlight lens. The Elite 300s, if anyone knows them, they were actually just a step down from the 350s that only came with a blank for a headlight, while still coming with carpet head adjustment, unlike the Elite 200. And speaking of carpet height adjustment, it does read right here 2-level automatic height adjustment, but yeah, see, you can go from low to high, but you definitely heard that second notch that clicked right there. There is actually a middle setting that Hoover didn't want anyone to know for some reason. So yeah, technically this has 3 carpet height adjustments instead of just 2. The only reason that prevents it from having the 4th one, all the way over here, is there's actually a little plastic tab that protrudes up from the base, preventing it from sliding over any further. You have your edge cleaning on both sides. So let's go ahead, flip this thing underneath, show you the brush roll. This is not the original brush roll that came with this cleaner. This is actually an upgraded replacement that I put in that has the same red bristles as the single row that normally would have came in this. And definitely looks very nice. It's got, yeah, like I said, medium stiff red bristles. They give it a much more old school look, almost reminiscent of the old Quadraflex brush rollers of the time. And yeah, it is a helix style, so it funnels all the dirt over to this suction path right over here. And the bristles, I will add, are very, very long. As you can see how they protrude out of the base plate. Definitely has will have amazing cleaning performance. Not that the single row is bad, those actually clean pretty good for what they are, but the dual row, you will definitely get a little bit better pickup power with it. So with that said, also one more remark about the older Elite 350s that you should like. They come with a single bar base plate. Also another thing that's reminiscent of the old concepts from the same time period. Instead of the 3-bar that would have later came out in the the early 90s, 91 to be exact. They, in my opinion, with the ones with the single bar, leave much better carpet lines than if it were to have just the 3-bar. So with that said, let's go ahead and show you the model number. Yeah, this is the original cleaner for this is U4463-9. Yeah, with the white outer bag that I put on it, that would have made it a U4461-900. This model would have actually originally came with the red slide top outer bag, but since I'm running this, it makes it a U4461. Not a major deal. But like I said, this was a replica model of that real model. It's got 120 volts, 60 hertz, 5 amps. So it definitely is one of the lower amperage Elite models. So one thing I do like about them, these things do not make as much noise compared to the higher amperage models, like the 7 amp models do. There's the bag type A. There's the built part number right there. And the serial number on this is 0590, so 05 of 90. So this particular vacuum was manufactured in May of 1990. Hoover cleaner in North Canton, Ohio, for household use only, made in the USA. That is one thing I love about these older cleaners, is that they're all American made. You'll never see any vacuum these days that is being made in the USA that was sold for this cheap back then. Mexico if you're lucky, but everything is being outsourced to China these days to cut costs. So with that, let's go ahead and release the cord, which the cord is not the longest thing I would like to bring up. So yeah, Not long, but I do like that it's white, so because it matches the color of the cleaner. Yeah, it's only like about 24 feet, so you can't cover a huge amount of house, but it's okay just to get the job done. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing on and show you it running. In typical Elite fashion, the power switch is down off to the side here that is connected to a plastic rod that runs into the main valley of the motor where a rocker switch resides. It definitely adds a little bit of nice old school feel. Definitely a lot of us remember these old Hoover Elites with the side mount slider switch. And it was much cheaper to make this instead of having a traditional rocker switch that you would have to disconnect wires just to disassemble the thing. But anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and give this thing a run. Now, typical Elite fashion, it's pretty loud when they're running, but since this is a lower amperage model, it's not as loud as if it were with a 7 amp. So, headphone users, I advise turning down your volume for this. So, here we go. You can make that out, but the vacuum is slowly propelling itself. Runs smooth. Definitely cleans very good for what it is. The only downfall is the cord's so short. As you can see, I could barely reach the other side of my room without running out of cord. So before I end the video, I would like to show you a nice little added feature that comes with these vacuums if you wanted tools. Since many people know these early model Elites don't come with onboard tools, but the way they got it was by this. This is a special attachment converter that actually attaches to the bottom side of the cleaner head in order to enable tools. So it goes along the bottom end like so. And this is how they got tools back then. Now, as usual, do not expect high suction out of this thing. Since this vacuum is a direct air machine, it is known to produce more airflow than suction. So it's not going to have super high suction for using onboard tools. But it's pretty good for what it is. Alright, here's how they connect. Simply align this little tab up like that, and you can twist it to lock. Here's the original attachment upholstery tool that came with it. And one also cool thing about these older cleaners with the twist style lock, you can actually run attachments that are for late model Hoover canisters, and they will fit on just as good. There's the same twisted lock feature. There's the dusting brush. Crevice tool. Come on. And lastly, you have your upholstery tool. Which, interesting on these, they have little rubber teeth on the bottom of these canister model attachments that the uprights don't come with for some reason. But it definitely does pretty good with picking up things like pet hair, upholstery and carpeted stairs. It was okay back then, but yeah, traditional fashion, these things will not produce that high of suction. And let's go ahead and detach this from the bottom of the cleaner. And there you have it. Well, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this video on the Hoover Elite 350. Be sure and stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.